100-degree day coming up ahead here in Dallas, Texas. All right, everybody, welcome to another events update. Today we've got a live stream edition coming to you with my friend Lindsay over at EPG, who's going to be joining to talk a little bit about what we've got kind of work in the works for Dallas later on. But in the meantime, just a quick shout out before we get started here to Octa for helping to sponsor the calendar of events and make all of this possible. And for a few of you, we will be seeing you all in Chicago here on Wednesday, Thursday of this week. But let's get to that later. First, Lindsay, let's talk a little bit about you and EPG. You want to share a little bit about yourself and what you all do?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Nathan, thanks for having us. So, yeah, I'm Lindsay Schuemann. I'm the Director of Marketing for EPG Americas. Been with EPG about a year and a half, but I'm sure many in your network know I've been around supply chain tech marketing for about 14 years now. Born and raised, and I still live in Milwaukee with my
Okay.
fabulous husband and my three amazing boys who are very busy, keep us busy all summer long. But yeah, I'm really excited to be headed to IntraLogistex. But for those of you unfamiliar with EPG, we Earhart Partner Group. EPG, we're a global provider of supply chain execution software. We work with organizations to help them optimize their warehouse and logistics and transportation apps. Our EPG One suite brings across modules with WMS, WCS, TMS, our voice picking solution, Lydia Voice,
Mm-hmm.
workforce management, document management. We've got modules all across that end-to-end execution. And earlier this year too, actually there's a nice picture there of us at Modex. We introduced our EPG Aura, our AI native environment, which is an AI layer that sits on top of EPG One or any other WMS platform. So that's really exciting, helping teams just make faster decisions, smarter decisions with some context-aware AI.
All right. What's the temperature like up in Milwaukee these days?
Oh man, well, it's beautiful. It's about 80 and sunny right now. When you said
Yeah.
100, I was like, ooh. It gets
Yeah.
really humid though here, so 100 and humid is not so much fun. Probably not the dry 100-degree Dallas heat. But yeah, gorgeous day here on the lake in Milwaukee.
So I'm gonna forgive you for having pictures of only Kevin Lawton down
Only
here
Kevin,
in
I'm
this section.
sorry.
But let's talk a bit about your presence at IntraLogistics, and then from there we can kind of go into talking about the Warehousing After Dark live event.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's our second year at IntraLogistics. So it's in Dallas, as you know, September 16th and 17th. You can see us right in front of the front doors in booth 450. So we'll be doing live demos of those, three solutions that I had mentioned earlier. So EPG One will be doing live demos across that suite. We're going to do live demos of Aura, and also our Lydia voice picking station. Actually, you'll have to do that this year, Nathan, because Kevin
Okay.
actually did it last year. He did a
Okay.
live picking process last year in our booth at Intralogistics. So it's really great. We get attendees to come hands-on, actually try the solutions, see real demos. We're not just showing videos. We're not just talking about AI. We're actually showing it. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see what it actually does. So it'll be a lot of fun. And of course, we've got you guys with Warehousing After Dark as well on September 16th.
Yes, it took a minute to find the coolest place to possibly do this at in Dallas.
Yeah.
And so anyone who's familiar with Dallas in the skyline is familiar with Reunion Tower, the ball, the rotating restaurant up above the skyline. And so yeah, we were able to secure some space. It's not the world's biggest space up there, so this is going to be a little bit more of a elevated and, if you want to say, curated
Yeah.
style of Warehousing After Dark live event. So mainly just meaning that we've only got room for 40 folks. So it's going to be a little bit more of not the kind of big bash that we will be doing, like for example this week in Chicago, or like what we did at Modex.
Yep.
But it's going to have just a, I think, I don't know, I'm pretty darn excited. They say it's the
Oh, yeah.
best sunset view in Dallas,
Yeah. That's what
and
I
we will
hear
be up
too.
there.
The pictures look gorgeous. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, what kind of folks are the, I guess, the ideal folks that we should, be looking for to have in the room, I guess, that night?
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's trying to overcome the everyday challenges of running a complex supply chain or warehouse app. So, I mean, last year at Intralogistics, we spoke to folks who, they're running supply chain and warehouse teams, even to operators as well. Like we We had some really great folks who came in who are actually doing picking on a floor, so that's also really fun. So they can experience what those solutions will be like for them. But yeah, anybody in supply chain, warehouse, logistics, if you're running a team, if you're part of a team, if you're trying to implement a new AI initiative, or you've outgrown your WMS, or if you're doing like paper-based or RF-based picking processes, that's who we want to talk to.
All right. And then I went and found where you've got your nice little rolling logos section
Yeah.
on the page there. Is that like that was YKK as in like zippers?
As
As
in the
in
zippers on
zippers?
everything. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's
ADP,
cool.
Ford, Geodis. Yeah, we've got a lot of really great customers and some partners in the area too. And Dallas is in our backyard, right? So not in mine because I'm in Milwaukee, but yours. But our North American headquarters is in North Lake, Texas, and it's a shared property with our customer Schluter System. So, um,
Ah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah. So
familiar with that building. Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, right across from the Motor Speedway.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick look at what else is going on in the industry. Lindsay, you and I, both being kind of in the marketing world here, know that it's a
Hmm.
bit of a quiet period as far as
Yep.
conferences and events. It's the time to kind of do some planning, get some actual emails and other work done that you're not able to do when you're out on the floors and hosting booths and things at conferences. Um, let's take a quick look at, well, first of all, we had an amazingly good event last week with Jen Morris, who hosted the Women's Summer Mixer at the Supply Chain Social Club. We had about between like 45 and 50 ladies from all around North America and beyond. Jennifer called in from France. So
Nice.
that is something that we are doing quarterly. We might ramp it up more, but so far this was the second one, and it was just a great turnout. This week we've got Toyota Material Handling is hosting something in Columbus at their headquarters at the factory,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We've got, of course, what we're doing in Chicago, just outside in Schaumburg specifically, in conjunction with IWLA's Fulfillment Forum, and this is going to be at Weber Grill. The crazy thing that I'm seeing, I guess, about Weber Grill is they literally grill the food on Weber charcoal grills. Um,
Interesting.
like literally, kind of. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Um, and then we've got, of course, the fulfillment forum itself going on Thursday and Friday there in Chicago. And someone somewhere is hosting a tour of crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. I get the feeling that might be the CSCMP or a similar
Mhm.
type association out there doing that.
Yeah. Very cool.
You have anything coming up, I guess, in your world between now and
Yeah,
intralogistics?
Intralogistics is definitely the next big thing, but I think we've got a crew headed to the warehousing after dark in Chicago. We've got some team members in the Chicago area, so they'll be excited to chat with you and Kevin and the rest of the network that you guys will drum up from Fulfillment Forum, which is an awesome event as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we scoot forward here to September, look at the, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
September, October, November. Yeah, it'll ramp back up. It's just a little
Wow.
quiet right now. Yeah.
And we can see right here, we've got the premiere event of September.
Heck
Um,
yeah. You're everywhere. Look at that calendar. I don't know how you do it.
well, this is just the calendar for everyone, right? But I guess if you want to know specifically where I'll be heading, we've got the Sergere Where's Nathan landing page site here. We can take a quick look. So yeah, Chicago, and then back to Chicago, September 2nd and 3rd for Clio Connect. Intralogistics right here in the backyard with the elevated warehousing after dark live. MCing the Distribution Management Association of Southern California's annual conference or annual summit. It's not a mouthful at all. ASCM Change in Long Beach as well. And then over to the East Coast for one of my first maritime events. So I did TPM this past year in Long Beach. Everyone basically says that the VMA is basically like the TPM of the East Coast,
Oh,
essentially.
very cool.
So that's what's coming up. But last week I hit up the TIA regional conference here in Fort Worth, and that was my 20th conference for the year.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I think I'm on track to 30 or 40 for the year. We'll see what happens. Um, but I'm curious, like, what other summer plans? You've got some kids, and you've got
Mhm.
you're up there in Milwaukee. What else are you doing to kind of keep yourself busy?
Yeah, well, those who know me personally know that we are very involved in baseball. My
Okay.
two oldest boys play travel ball, which they actually just finished up for the summer. But of course, fall ball is right around the corner. This year they're playing football, so it's my kids keep me pretty busy. But if you're not familiar with the Milwaukee music scene and festival scene, we've got a ton of festivals on the lakefront. A lot of really great live music, good food downtown. So we'll definitely do a little bit of that, but mostly with the back to school stuff, we are sticking around. We're not doing too much traveling, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of fun here in the summer.
All right. All right. Conferences are my new baseball. So
Yeah, that's where you
uh,
spend all your time and you get all your travel points, I'm sure.
some.
Yeah.
So actually, crazy update. I had a camera, one of the cameras that you see me walking around at shows with. One of them was taken out of my luggage
What?
on my trip to South Africa. Yeah, they left the case but removed the camera body itself. And I filed a claim. And I just got notification this morning that they are going to pay me for
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
wild.
it's yeah, it was crazy. Fortunately, I had one in my carry-on in my bag itself with me,
Yeah.
so I was not camera less there in Cape Town. But man, that I felt so violated. Like, oh my gosh.
That's like your bread and butter. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
no
that you
more.
got that claim. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting.
So, all right. Well, thanks for joining in and taking a minute to educate us, I guess, on EPG and Intralogistics and the Warehousing After Dark live event. Any last words to take us out here this morning, Lindsay?
Thanks for having us. We're excited to see you in Dallas. Excited for the event with Kevin as well. Come and see us at IntraLogistics, booth 450.
All right. Catch you there.
Well, thanks, Nathan.